for Baccarat, and that goes in! Hugo Baccarat gives Flint City a 3-2. Buckley, oh, the ball falls to Buckley. One-on-one with Etheridge. What a save!
Welcome into the first ever MSN All-State Media Day for girls soccer. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat.
Ball comes in, a good hit! 1-0. Shot, another save from Etheridge. Rebound, and it goes in the back of the net. The Bulldogs up 1-0. Herzma, looking for Vlasma. 3-0. Stewart Heiss with a shot. Upper 90 and in.
Effectively today here on the Michigan Soccer Network, we are launching our new division of player recruitment videos.
Mario Canoe now finds Stock. Stock's got a left-footed banger. He shoots it. It's in. The Red Hawks equalize.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the National Soccer Network's coverage of the Major Arena Soccer League. Alongside my broadcast partner Dan Stickrat, my name is Neil Rule. Happy to have you wherever you are watching around the world. And Dan, we got a good one here tonight. The Kansas City Comets, the Chihuahua Savage, two of the hottest teams in the league.
Two of the top three teams in the league so far. The Savage are in first place. The Comets have been on a roll as of late. They've moved up into third place. It has kind of become a three-team race between those two teams. In second place, the San Diego Sockers.
The Comets, winners of 7 of their last 8 matches. Now, they lost last time out. That stopped a 7-match winning streak, but they have been able to lock up a playoff spot. They're looking to stay hot here tonight.
Yep. 3 teams, as we just mentioned, have secured those postseason berths already. You have 2 of the best teams in the league. If you're the Comets, you are on the road. You must be able to contain that high-powered offense with a Savage. Plus 85 goals, 4 goals against. It is an electric offensive team, and playing in front of their home fans, they are just tough to beat.
It is one of the greatest home environments in all of the Major Arena Soccer League. The Savage, Dan, 10-0 in this building. The bottom line is they don't lose here.
They don't lose. The dimensions in the field are slightly different, but 10-0, you score 185 goals. A lot of those goals are happening in the home confines of the Savage, and it's going to be a very difficult task for the Comets to go down into Mexico and come home with a victory.
We'll take our first break. When we come back, we'll check out the stars to watch tonight. There's a lot to choose from. We'll have that all in our match preview as well. We'll be back with more of the Major Arena Soccer League coverage.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
Back to the National Soccer Network's coverage of the Major Arena Soccer League. Neil Rule back with Dan Stickrat. And Dan, let's check out The stars to watch here in tonight's contest, two of the best teams in the league, as we have been talking about. And for the Kansas City Comets, oddly enough, in a league that features a ton of offense, it's a keeper, Philip Ejimadu. This is a guy who had an MLS contract in the past, has played at the USL, the USA U20 national team. He's been everywhere, and as the kids would say, he's balling out right now.
And he is a load to handle, 6'2", 230 pounds. He is top 6 in 4 different categories in the MASL. First in goals against average, second in save percentage, fourth in wins. He has had an incredible season, and it's one of the main reasons why the Comets have kind of climbed up those standings into the third slot.
Now, we talked about the Chihuahua Savage and their offensive firepower that they have. Jorge Rios gets a lot of the headlines, and rightfully so. But Hugo Puentes is the guy. He's second in the league in assists. He can do it both ways. He can set you up. He can score himself. He can score on the power play. There's nothing he can't do offensively.
Yeah, you look at Puentes and even Rios, and so many guys up and down that roster. They have a ton of depth, a ton of offensive weapons, but this is a player that can get it done. He is a great setup player. He finishes. He draws a lot of attention, so that makes this offense even that much more, tougher to defend. It's like pick your poison with the Savage. Who do you try to key in and stop in these games, especially when the games are down in Mexico?
And they have secondary scorers as well. It is so tough to beat this team in this building. We'll take our final break, and when we come back, we'll preview the match itself. We'll be back with more of the Major Arena Soccer League right here on the National Soccer Network.
Whether you're a beginner coach or a seasoned professional, one thing remains the same: the passion to teach and inspire the next generation of players. Now imagine a place where you could share your coaching knowledge, connect with others, and create a lasting impact. Welcome to the ultimate coaching community, where coaches from all levels can create and share their own courses. Whether you have years of experience or you're just getting started, this is your chance to make your voice heard. Create your own personalized courses, share drills, strategies, and tips, and watch as your knowledge reaches coaches from all corners of the soccer world. With a platform designed for sharing, learning, and growing, you're not just teaching the game, you're creating a community of like-minded coaches, all striving to be the best they can be. Together, we'll elevate the game and support one another to be better, stronger coaches.
Back to the National Soccer Network's coverage of the Major Arena Soccer League, getting you guys ready for the Chihuahua Savage hosting the Kansas City Comets. And Dan, as we take a look at this matchup, these two teams met back in January. Kansas City Comets got a 5-2 win. The Savage had a 17-4 edge in shots in the fourth quarter, but did not score. In order for the Comets to get another win over this side, it'll take something like that, right? Maybe an Ejimadu standing on his head a little bit, because we do know this. In this building, you can stop them for 5 minutes, you can stop them for 10 minutes, but you can't stop the Savage for an entire 60 minutes.
60 minutes is a tough task to do. They are 10-0 this season at home. You look at those numbers, 185 to 99 scoring edges this season. Again, undefeated at home. It will take an incredible defensive and goalkeeping effort here to slow this team down at home.
No doubt about that. And all the while, the Comets will have to put the ball in the back of the net a couple of times on their own also. So we can't wait to get this thing going. Next time, we'll have the opening kick for you in just a couple of minutes. The Chihuahua Savage, the Kansas City Comets. And we have it coming up next on the National Soccer Network.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
Good evening, everybody. You are looking at Corner Sport Arena, where tonight the Major Arena Soccer League regular season rolls on as the Chihuahua Savage play host to the Kansas City Comets. Alongside my broadcast partner, Dan Stickrat, my name is Neil Rule, just about ready to roll. And Dan, very excited for this one here tonight. The Kansas City Comets, while last time out suffered a 13-3 loss at Milwaukee, had won their previous 7 matches. That result aside, they're coming in hot. They're making a push at the Savage for that regular season shield.
Yeah, they're standing in 3rd place with 41 points, but the Comets handed the Savage one of their 4 losses earlier in the season. That game was in Kansas City area. This game is down at Corner Sport Arena, where Chihuahua has not lost this season, 10-0-0, and they are almost untouchable at home.
Absolutely, and the Chihuahua Savage, plenty of offensive firepower, as we talked about in the match open, and one of the better pair of mascots, I will say, as well. But if you look at Jorge Rios, he does a very, very good job for that man. Edgar Martinez in his first season as the head coach of the Savage. Jorge Rios this year 2nd in the Major Arena Soccer League in goals with 28, and he's a problem, bottom line.
Rios, top 10 in a multitude of categories offensively. But you look at that team, we talked about it in the pregame, 185-99 scoring edge this season. They have been lights out, by far and away the best offensive team in the MASL in 2024-25.
A plus 85 goal differential. To put that in context, the Baltimore Blast are next at a plus 33 differential. So when you look at those numbers, it is staggering. But how about the Kansas City Comets, though? All season long, this was a Chihuahua Savage's shield. It was just a formality, a mere formality. But then all of a sudden, the Kansas City Comets caught fire. They rattled off 7 in a row, and they are right back in the mix.
Yeah, they are just standing right behind second-place San Diego Sockers. 3 teams have made a postseason. 2 of them are facing here tonight. All 3 are mathematically still in the hunt for the regular season shield.
They absolutely are. The Comets, as a matter of fact, have played 17 matches to the Chihuahua Savage's 20, so that tells the story there. 46 points for the Savage, sitting at that top spot, but they have played more matches. The Kansas City Comets, though, this is pivotal. If they want to get that shield, a share of that shield, they're going to need the points. They're going to need the result here this evening.
And again, no team has gone down into this arena and came home with a victory. We'll see if they can solve that Rubik's Cube, solve that riddle here tonight. They'll have to contain one of the best offenses in the league. Could it happen? We'll see here tonight, but they must get points out of this road trip to be able to stay in that hunt.
And there is Jorge Rios at the bottom of your screen. And we are just about ready to go, and we have major arena soccer action live from the Corner Sport Arena. Neil Rule, Dan Stickrat here with you. Been waiting for this one all week long. And now on the left side, the Comets looking to attack. That ball will be flicked back to the keeper. And the Chihuahua Savage will look to go on the attack. That cross set up. There's a right foot blast that just caught the inside of the post. And that ball will trickle up towards the box line. But now played away. Savage looking to set it up. Escalante will swing it to that right side. Toe poke pass ahead. Puentes laid it off. Here's Rios again. Rios plays it off the board. I believe Puentes went up and made the run. That ball driven, overcooked just a little bit. And fans remember, Miter is the official game ball sponsor of the Major Arena Soccer League, established in 1817. Miter, one of the leading soccer brands worldwide, and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at Miter.com. So restart coming up here for the Kansas City Comets. Ball played out towards that left side. Dirtle had an opportunity, but now it comes back. Gilberto Lopez. That shot in a sprawling stop is made. Quality opportunities early on. But Nicolau Neto was up to the challenge. Carlos Hernandez working 1v2. Goes down, gets the whistle and the foul. This will be a dangerous setup for the Savage.
Set piece not too far left of the box.
Henry Ramirez. Two-man wall. Ramirez lays it up. That left foot shot was blocked. Nathan Dirtle did the job, did it well.
3 weeks ago tonight, we had a chance to call Chihuahua Savage and the San Diego Sockers, and the Sockers took that early advantage. They're up 1-0 and 2-1, but they could not contain this vaunted offense of the Savage for 60 full minutes.
Miguel Angel Diaz will play it back. Carlos Hernandez again. 9 goals, 13 assists, a game-winning goal on his resume this season. Ball played off the line, Angel Diaz. This line has been a problem here with the possession for Kansas City Comets. Castaneda made a move. Dispossessed nicely. Comets trying the counterattack.
Comets yet to attempt a shot so far in the early going of this match. Set piece just inside midfield. This will give them a great chance. Trying to create an opportunity.
Run up, and that ball is put in the upper right 90. What a right-footed blast. Ignacio Flores does the job. Goal number 7 on the season. And the Comets, as you were just saying, they were looking for a spark, and they got a goal.
Set piece just inside midfield. That shot had a lot of pace, bent around that wall, kind of snuck into that right goal post. Just like that, the Comets, no shots until that opportunity, and they're able to take that 1-0 advantage.
Ignacio Flores in his 9th season with the Comets. Was a 2021 MASL All-Star. That was an all-star effort, no question. Vandergriff will play it back. Neto, the keeper, swings it up. That shot just wide. A volley attempt by Pereira, unable to connect. We have a man down for Kansas City. And fans, remember, MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. MASLsoccer.com. Mijatovic was the player down. Now a corner attempt for the Comets. Well, they have seized control of this match. That shot in close quarters blocked off the line, and that ball will be scooped up.
Following that goal by the Comets, we've got a slight momentum shift here in the last 2 minutes.
Neto with another quality save. So a corner coming up one more time. Debre Holloman moves over towards the line. Escalante lurking on this corner. Instead it goes up to the top, and that shot will go wide by Rios, and it's spun in. Boy, what a finish. Rios sent it to the left side, and it was touched in from that left corner, and the spin on the ball actually carried it over the line, and the Chihuahua Savage draw even. Some fireworks here early on in this one.
Ball kind of just squirted along that wall on the left post, spun into the net, caught the goalkeeper and some of the defenders off guard, so we're all level at 1 apiece. Chihuahua 5-1 on total shots so far in this match.
And the officials will call the teams to the sideline. There will be a review, it looks like. So we will take a break while they took a look at the review. We will keep it here, however, as there is a break in the action. And don't forget this in-game break presented by Salt. Don't just tolerate the odor, block it with Salt and Salt products. Scan the QR code on the screen right now. So Dan, the Kansas City Comets did exactly what you want to do when you come into this environment. They got a goal against the run of play, but Chihuahua Savage didn't let that advantage stick around for long.
The Comets scored on the very first shot attempt of this game, a set piece just inside midfield. Previously, the Savage was able to collect a handful of shots before that time, but as soon as the Comets took that 1-0 advantage, Savage had the quick answer. Tied up, and that goal is now official. 11:52 left, first period.
So we are level at 1. The official stats right now have the goal going to Jorge Rios. I thought that was redirected by another player. And there is a rocket that's let go right off the restart, but Christian Hernandez stood at the ready. Jorge Leal had an opportunity, was ran down from behind. Ball along that left board. Gilberto Lopez won it, played it back. That ball chipped up. Leal, the cross, nobody on the other side. Touched away by Holloman for Kansas City. Bray Holloman, 3 seasons with Tacoma, now with the Comets, and Christian Hernandez. A little bit of an issue there. Was he over the line? I believe he was. Hernandez started 30 matches the last 2 seasons for the Monterey Flash. Started 3 playoff matches for them. He had 16 saves at Kansas City, was the number 3 star for the match back on January 25th. A 4-2 record with a 5.37 goals against average. And some discussions going on between the officials, trying to figure out exactly what the deal is going to be.
It's the second long delay. We haven't even played 4 minutes so far in this contest.
Christian Hernandez right there on your screen. Looked like he got dinged for a handball. He's outside of the box. And that is the ruling. Diego Reynoso. Now we're trying to get some clarification as to what's going on. Nicolo Neto will go back to his keeper spot. There is the captain, Ignacio Flores. He has the goal. And Hernandez will come into the match. And it will be a 2-minute power play for Kansas City. So Hernandez comes into the match after Diego Reynoso was called for the handball outside the box.
The Comets scored a couple minutes ago on a set piece. Now they get another opportunity off the penalty shot to try to take an advantage.
So now Christian Hernandez in, and they did a last-minute switch of the starting keepers right before the match started. So here is the chance. And the shot strikes in the middle. Kansas City takes a 2-1 lead. Lucas Sosa does the job. Goal number 3 on the season. Sosa's been a big-time performer in the playoffs for Kansas City. 5 goals, 3 assists, and 6 playoff matches last year. So back and forth we go early on here, Dan.
Just 3 shots so far for the Kansas City Comets, but where it matters the most up in that scoreboard, they have that 2-0 advantage. They have not trailed so far in this match. Took that 1-0 lead before the Savage leveled it up at 1 apiece. Now they just had a great opportunity on the set piece to go up 2-1 once again.
Sosa converts the shootout. The Comets have the lead. Now keep in mind, too, the clock still running. Keeper in the box. That header attempt is cut off. And that ball played down nicely. Stepping through, the shot is stopped. Gilberto Lopez, he's been very active here for the Savage. And that will be a whistle and a foul. And Alejandro Romero taken down. Played for the Mexican national futsal team.
Neither side starting their number 1 goalkeepers here tonight, despite both teams being in the top 3 in the standings.
Back heel pass. Sent out towards the middle. Diaz. Romero. Slotted along the boards. Cross sent in. That shot blocked off the right foot of Romero. Diaz, though, will keep the control. Long ball sent in to Diego Reynoso. So Reynoso out of the box. Comets looking to keep the control. They are unable to. Possible counter for the Savage, and here they come. That left-footed shot is blocked. Castaneda couldn't let it go.
Comets doing a great job here in the last couple of minutes of kind of clogging down those passing lanes, not giving the Savage a lot of opportunity to move the ball downfield in a hurry and strike. Been accustomed to scoring and taking advantage of the different dimensions of their home turf the last few years. Comets trying to nullify that with some stingy defense.
And they have adjusted the Savage goal. Brian Macias has been credited with the goal. Initially, that was given to Rios. Macias back in the mix. Fuentes talking to the official. And another restart coming up. The run up and the step over the back heel, set up, and what a kick save made by Neto. That ball was labeled for the left side of the goal. Neto kicked out his right foot and flat out robbed Jorge Rios.
Absolute brilliant save. The ball is kind of deflected towards that left post.
Rios, though, undeterred. He wants it again. There's a good chance 16 could get the ball again. He does. Lets it go, and that was blocked, I believe. And an absolute rocket let go by Rios. And you have to give that defender a lot of credit for stepping in front of that one.
A little slow getting up before trotting off to the bench. Maybe seeing a little bit of stars here in the Bird tweet.
I believe that was Anderaros that went down, and that's the definition of taking one for the team.
A glutton for punishment.
Rios lurking again. Leal short. Rios back towards the line. Rios, that's blocked again.
Comets doing an exceptional job of blocking shots here in the first 7 minutes of action. Chihuahua's had 10 attempts so far. Only 4 have made their way towards the framework. The Comets defenders collectively are just sticking their body out, any part of the body out, to deflect shots.
That ball sent back up top, floated in Escalante. Can he step through? He does. Toe pokes it, stop is made. Loose again. Another save made by Neto. Boy, in there, Neto looks like he took a little bit of a shot. And some extracurriculars going on. Fuentes was in, playing the role of peacemaker. Ignacio Flores went down. Neto was down as well.
Looks like Neto just off left of screen is still down.
Lucia Tetsane down as well. And some of the Kansas City Comets players calling for the athletic trainer. Tetsane still down.
Fans, Green Drop offers a better alternative to the outdated compression sleeves and socks, truly providing long-lasting relief at an affordable price. Green Drop's recovery products are uniquely suited to help our athletes battle aching joints and muscles. Learn more or try it yourself by visiting greendropcompression.com. Some words continuing to be exchanged. Escalante in the mix. Chihuahua Savage trailing in this one 2-1, despite outshooting the Kansas City Comets 13-4. And this has been the recipe earlier this season when the Comets got a 5-2 win. The Savage outshot Kansas City 17-4 in the fourth quarter and did not score.
You see the goalkeeper in that game, Phil Jamadu. He is on the field. He was the goalkeeper in a lot of these starts for the Comets. He has been brilliant most of the season. We talked about that in the pregame, Neil. He is top 6 in 4 different goalkeeping categories. He's been one of the most steady, sure-handed keepers in all the league so far this season.
And this doesn't look good for Tetsane.
Clearly some type of a leg, maybe an ankle or a knee injury.
And Jumadu will help him off the pitch. Of course, road teams, a little bit more of a limited roster than you would have if you were playing at home.
Finally, after a trio of long delays here in the first quarter, it looks like we'll get back in the action here in just a few seconds.
Nicolau Neto has been on point here so far tonight.
Neto's been the #2 goalkeeper for the Comets throughout most of the season. He got the nod tonight and has been essentially standing on his head at times. Just a great individual effort so far.
Neto wing it down the pitch. And now it's taken away by Rios. Rios draws 3 defenders. Ball makes its way through. Roberto Lopez was bumped over in the corner. And if you're just checking out the Major Arena Soccer League, maybe for the first time here tonight on the National Soccer Network, it is customary. Goalkeepers will change during the course of the match. Leal surveying the scene. Plays it back, right foot shot that was played off the line by a defender. Escalante rolls it, Hernandez. Gilberto Lopez lets it go. Just missed the target. Savage continuing with a big edge in possession. Leal tracks back. Swings it across. Lopez. That will go back to Reynoso. Reynoso off the line. Escalante tracks back. He gets control of it. Good work in some tight quarters by the Savage. Romero in, shot, blocked again. Stop me if you've heard that one before. Romero will slot it. Good switch for the Savage. Running up, left foot blast. Off target by Escalante. That ball put out of play. But the Kansas City Comets doing the job. Tons of shots. A 14-4 shot edge for the Savage.
Nicolau Neto, the goalkeeper for the Comets, 5 saves so far and 6 chances. Chihuahua 14-4 in total shots.
We will take a quick commercial break. 2-1. Kansas City has the lead. We'll be back with more MASL coverage on the National Soccer Network.
Is it back on?
Yeah, we're not getting any gnat sounds or anything. They have the door closed. Inside corner, Sport Arena, the restart coming up for the Chihuahua Savage. Neil Rule, Dan Stickrat back with you. Carlos Hernandez, the run-up. Plays the ball off to Rios. Rios tried to touch it down. Kansas City, picture perfect defensively.
Goalkeepers making saves. The defenders are consistently blocking shots, throwing their body in front of the ball, shielding the ball. This has been a great defensive but team effort on the defensive end for the Comets, giving up just one goal here in the first 8 minutes of action. Not a lot of teams this season been able to do that against the Savage.
Ball rolled ahead. Romero, left side. Diaz touches it towards the corner. And coming off the line is Neto. He's able to scoop it up. Neto's been good. He's made a couple of high-quality saves. Ball played back towards the middle. Savage dominant with the possession. Trailing in the match. Castaneda, 1v1. Castaneda lets it go. Neto made the stop with the shoulder, it looked like. Ball flicked back by Romero to the keeper, Reynoso.
6 saves so far for Neto. The backup goalkeeper for the Comets getting the start tonight. Neto and his defensive unit in front of him, they have been absolutely brilliant so far in this match.
Battle along the bench, and that ball blocked out of play.
Out of play.
For a team of the Savage's caliber, 185 goals scored this season. Kansas City Comets, one of the few teams that are able to beat Chihuahua so far. They have stood tall so far in the defensive end.
And that stop was made by Reynoso. Ball played back to the middle, and that shot a misfire off the right foot of Macias. Neto. Ball flicked up into the corner. Reynoso comes off the line. Sent back through by Dirtle. Dirtle's been pretty good here. Made a couple of defensive plays.
The theme of the game so far for the Comets. And Kansas City was able to get that 5-2 victory over Savage back at the end of January. Savage 16-4 overall in the season.
Ball comes back through the midfield, and that was turned away.
If you're the Comets coaching staff, you scheme, you plan for this type of offense playing in Chihuahua, but you're getting the type of effort, the maximum effort you can get out of your defensive team.
Here's Rios lurking with some space for a second.
Rios will lay it off. That right foot shot just missed, going inside the left post. Medrano couldn't get it to go. And folks, let's check in with some other action going in around the Major Arena Soccer League. It's our double action presented by Granite City Brewery. San Diego in St. Louis, and this is a match that's very important to fans of both sides watching our Chihuahua Kansas City match. The Sockers, and that right foot shot is blocked once again, but we're getting down to it as we're getting to the home stretch of the regular season. San Diego 4 points back of the Savage. They have 2 matches in hand against Chihuahua. Kansas City Comets, 17 matches played. They have 41 points, so it's still up for grabs. And that shot by Cesar Ruiz missed wide to the right, and Neto makes the grab. Goes full send all the way down the pitch. And Alvear able to settle it down. He comes from the MASL 2 side for the Chihuahua Savage, and there is a foul committed. De Sosa, the guilty party.
3:05 left here in the first quarter. Savage, they have never led in this contest. They trail 2-1 here late in the first frame. So far, other than the 1 goal earlier in this match, their high-powered offense has been somewhat silenced.
Not through a lack of possession, not through a lack of shots. And the crowd getting on the official. He was just an unfortunate victim of circumstance as that ball pops over the boards.
Sometimes the referee can be at the wrong place at the wrong time as well.
There was nothing he could do there.
Kind of cornered into the corner.
There was nowhere to hide. Corner Sport Arena, one of the great atmospheres in the MASL. Ruiz steps over. Now Ruiz gets it in the corner. He tried to cross it. And that was played away, as it has been pretty much all the time. Kansas City's pushed every right button defensively. Ball sent in along the boards. Puentes laid it down nicely through a double team. Should be some space somewhere. Nope, the Comets recover again. Romero. Perfect spacing by Kansas City. The run up. And Hernandez crossed over and lost it. Reynoso. Way out of the goal. Hooks that one into the corner. Neto able to grab it. Castaneda had to hustle, get back defensively. And then I think what we're seeing right now, Chihuahua Savage, who are used to having things their way, especially at home. Kansas City Comets have been positioned perfectly defensively. Puts a lot of pressure on you, and there's another shot block, and that just continues to add, I don't want to say frustration because it's the first quarter and still 2 minutes left in the first quarter. I don't want to say frustration, but how about aggravating? Is that probably right?
Yeah, I would say that would fit because, again, they are used to getting their way, especially at home. But the Comets defensively, you look at the way they're kind of setting up in the back. They are sitting back. They're being patient, but they are using their entire bodies to block these shots. They're sacrificing one for the team, as we mentioned earlier. And that's what it's going to take to be able to maintain this advantage, perhaps get this game into the fourth quarter very close or have the lead there at that time as well.
Miguel Angel Diaz will lay it off, and that shot off the right foot of Puentes blocked again.
And sometimes teams just match up better with others than the Savage were on the short end of the stick, 5-2 loss to the Comets back on January 25th. We're down 2-1 here late in the first quarter. So far, the Savages have met their match here again tonight.
That ball sent up into the right corner. Lopez. And the pressure, Castaneda. And folks, make sure you take 10. That's all the time you need for Eric Bergerud to take you inside the game and get to know some of the biggest stars advancing the sport on and off the field. 10 for 10 airs weekly on MASL TV.
We're inside 1 minute here in the first quarter.
Here's an opportunity. Castaneda turned away, sent it across, and it's touched in with a left foot by Lopez, and we're level at 2. Castaneda with a brilliant individual effort. Lopez touches it in for his 14th of the season. How about this by Castaneda? Kept his head up. Beautiful ball across. And Lopez had no choice but to touch that one in.
Using the board the right way. That ball crooms right to the about a yard out in front of that net. Just tapped home. 19th shot of the match so far for Chihuahua. They finally were able to level this game up at 2 apiece.
A 17-7 shot advantage. Kansas City Comets open the scoring really against the run of play. Savage able to level it at 1. And now, after a shootout goal that Kansas City made it held up for a long time of that first quarter. But in this building, sometimes the Savage are inevitable, and they were here in the first quarter. Penalver, the youngster, played that one across. Macias into the corner. Penalver gives chase. That ball's along the line. Sosa, he's got a goal. A shootout goal here tonight. Final 10 seconds of the first quarter. Ball sent into the corner. Macias got it away, and that will do it for the first quarter. Very entertaining, I would say. All in all, the Kansas City Comets have to be pretty happy. That late goal they surrendered at the end of the first quarter probably stings a little bit, but they'll take it. They are level at 2 through the end of the first quarter.
19-7 in total shots in favor of the Savage.
And I believe they put a second back on the clock when the ball went over. Now the official touch. Now the first quarter is over. So we are level at 2 after the end of the first quarter. We will take a break, come back, get you the second quarter of action. This is the MASL on the National Soccer Network.
Pedestrian effort right now to get the ball on the goal for the English offense. Childs was scored on a break-in penalty shot. Chases this down. Craig. Cardenas blocked by Michon. And that thing finds its way into the canopy. 6:44 left in the third. Soccer is 4 English 2. Ball is played all but that untimed couple of seconds where he scored on the penalty kick. Close to a corner. He's through. Leo hits things in front of Paul. This game dismisses it.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introduce soccer football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft. And win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With SLI, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to get started.
And then on Childs. Oh, and that's a big bounce that was sent it into the top shelf.
That kind of force on, but man, he tacked that one up through two ambush defenders and roofed
Across
it
the nation,
right past
MASL
Paolo.
players are
3-goal
giving
lead
back,
with this team
utilizing their
feels almost
professional power, people, local community.
Back inside Corner Sport Arena. 2-2 the score. Chihuahua Savage, Kansas City Comets, the premier matchup here tonight in the Major Arena Soccer League. Neil Rule, Dan Stickrat back here with you. Happy to have you along with us. You're watching on Roku, YouTube, wherever you're watching. We appreciate it. And the Kansas City Comets will have the possession to get things started. Mijatovic will play it back, and we are underway. And that shot put on frame. Reynoso able to make the grab fairly easily off the Sosa attempt. Sosa struck for a shootout goal in the first quarter.
Both of the Comets' goals coming off set pieces in this match. A free kick just inside midfield gave them the 1-0 advantage, and then the penalty kick put the Kansas City side up 2-1.
Lopez sent that one just over top of the frame. That ball flicked up nicely. Rios laid it back, making a run up, stepping up, left foot shot and a strike. Medrano, the high quality finish. And there you saw, Dan, Puentes and Rios on the pitch. They command a lot of attention, and boom, there was space in the middle.
They combine very well. You'll see that for the rest of this match. They've done that all season. It's a great 1-2 punch. Those two players always looking for each other, always aware of where they're making their runs, where the open space is. You can see the reasons why this team has been lights out offensively throughout the course of most of this season. When you have two players like that always combining well, and they have such a deep wheelhouse of offensive talented players, they can move in and out of the game.
Puentes gets an assist, came into action tonight, second in the league in the helper department. Talked about it in the open. Puentes can do it all for you offensively. And that cross. And down on the pitch is Lopez. Lopez has been very good here tonight. We have said his name a ton. He's had the ball at his foot a lot.
Lopez scored that second goal for Chihuahua. The tie game's up. 46 seconds left in that first period.
Both teams standing around Jose Gilberto Lopez. Huevo, as he's known, is back up on his feet. Trying to jog it off. Meantime, a dangerous restart. Escalante lurking at the bottom of your screen. And Lopez lets it go. That ball went off the boards, was spinning heavily. Escalante will take it back. Lopez tried to step through. Dangerous possession for the Savage. Left foot blast! That was a rocket by Escalante. And it's 4-2 Savage. They're on a roll right now at Corner Sport Arena.
3 unanswered goals after being down 2-1 late in the first period. Now they're up 4-2 with 13:37 left, and now we're starting to see that offensive prowess, that deep wheelhouse of players, the combination, the quick passes, finding the man in the open space. Chihuahua, as you can say, is finally getting untracked.
Dominant with the possession here in the first minute and change of the second quarter. They've bagged 2 in the span of about 83 seconds. Edgar Martinez pleading his case to the official. And
Are the officials maybe looking at a replay here?
A lot of long delays so far in this
there
match.
has been.
Injuries, referees consulting each other, make sure they have the right call.
You know, it was just a break in the action. So teams will meet back out. And ready to get the match rolling again. And fans catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex and Phil are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. .23 and moving left here in the second quarter. Neil Rule, Dan Stickrat with you this evening. Chihuahua Savage has scored the last 3 in this contest. Ball floated into the corner. That will be taken away by Leal, but before that, a whistle goes against Kansas City. And Lucas Sosa, who's in his 5th season with the Comets, doesn't like it. He's got a goal, his 3rd of the season. Ball chipped up towards the left side. 1-2 run made, and great recovery by Sosa. That needed to be, because the Savage were lurking on the overrun. Mijatovic. Haven't said his name a ton here tonight. That left foot shot fizzed up and over top of the bar.
It was just the second shot attempt of this quarter for the Kansas City Comets. They did not trail in that first quarter, but now they find themselves in a quick 4-2 hole here early in the second frame.
Looks as though they have stabilized a little bit after giving up a couple in right around a minute. Ale will play it. Romero, that shot save is made by Neto. Redirected it over top. Corner upcoming for the Savage as they begin to ask questions again.
Another great opportunity coming up for Chihuahua off the set piece.
Diaz will get things rolling. Romero trails. Ball touched wide to the left side. Side volley attempt, and that was ripped off the top of the boards. Castaneda gave it a go.
Shot had a ton of pace. Nato's still on the ground, almost like he got the wind knocked out of him.
So another corner, another opportunity from the corner anyway. And that ball sent in. Nifty little back heel to play it out. Boy, that was nicely done by Vandergriff. Another restart coming up as we will get you a taste of what's going on in St. Louis. Our double action presented by Granite City Brewery. San Diego with a 5-3 lead in St. Louis.
San Diego trying to keep pace. They enter tonight second place behind Chihuahua, just a couple points ahead of the Kansas City Comets.
Ball played in, tracking back Rios. And that whistle should sound, and it does.
Fouls are starting them out on both sides. A lot of contact in this contest. Chihuahua, again, they trailed 2-1 late in the end of the first quarter. If I timed the game, took the advantage here in the second quarter.
Stepping with the right foot, shot by Sosa. That was blocked nicely by Diaz.
Remember, the Comets did hold a 5-2 victory over the Savage here at the end of January. So Chihuahua scoring more goals so far in the first half than they did in the entire game there about 6 weeks ago.
That St. Louis-San Diego match was tied at 2 at the half. The San Diego Sockers assumed control, outscored the ambush 3-1 in that third quarter, outshot them 11-3. They will look to hold on with that lead in the fourth quarter. Leal able to get the possession and keep it. Ball sent wide to the left. And that shot played off the line by the defender. Neto was beat, but luckily for him, Tetsane had his back. Tetsane went off this match earlier.
Neto has 9 saves on the game, but he's got a lot of help from his back line. We saw it time and time again in that first quarter. The defenders were blocking shots with their feet, with their ankles, diving in front of the ball to turn a shot aside, everything to keep that game close. Chihuahua's found a couple kinks in that armor here at the start of the second. 3 quick goals. One coming in the final minute of the first quarter and 2 in the early parts of the second frame.
Stefan Mijatovic continues to be frustrated. He's in his 10th MASL season. 10 goals in 15 matches for the Empire last year. And Romero lets it go. And once again, Neto closes the door. Had to reach back. Flores will play it back. Kansas City finally with some extended possession. They have not had possession of the ball a ton here today. Turning, shooting, and I believe that was Reynoso that got a piece of that shot. Mijatovic, his first quality opportunity.
Reynoso was kind of leaning one way, had to flick back over to the other side to push that shot aside and keep his team up by 2 goals. Comets successful on 2 set pieces early on, get a third one here at the midpoint of the second quarter.
And that ball played across, redirected, and the diving stop is made by Reynoso. That pass finds its mark. There's a left foot shot that will be wide of the left post by Macias. Macias has a goal earlier today. That ball bounces free. Flicked back by Sosa to the keeper Neto.
Fans still trickling into Cornerstone Arena. Not that many open seats left.
As is typically the case. And you see the people even hanging over the railing there in the viewing areas. They love the Chihuahua Savage, and why not? Back-to-back defending MASL champions. A plus 85 goal differential. Obviously leads MASL. The next team, the Baltimore Blast, at a plus 33. They win. They're fun. They score.
And they have not lost at home.
Yeah. That checks all the boxes for the home fans to like the team.
Again, 184 to 99 scoring edge entering this game. Now with a 4-2 advantage here midway through the second quarter, you can see why they're such an electric team. You can contain them for a while, but they can score in bunches. They had 3 goals in less than 3 minutes of game time to take that fortitude advantage.
Leal will lay it off. Stepping up. There's a shot and another goal for the Chihuahua Savage. Castaneda, a right-footed blast. So we get another look at it. And the Comets had done a great job, Dan, all night of limiting space. And there you see they got caught conceding space that time.
Castaneda had the ball kind of up the center of the park, found a ton of space, uncorks a shot, sails in inside that left post. For a team that trailed 1-0 and 2-1 in that first quarter, now they're up 5-2, and they are starting to find their rhythm here in the second quarter.
So give Castaneda a goal and an assist. And a 5-2 lead for the Chihuahua Savage. The Kansas City Comets in some trouble right now. They're down 5-2 to the Chihuahua Savage. So a little bit of technical difficulty there with the feed from Mexico. We'll zoom on over to the San Diego Sockers against the St. Louis Ambush. Sockers, I'm sure, probably have an eye on what's going on at Corner Sport Arena. This game was tied at 2 at the half. The Sockers struck for 3 in the third quarter, and now they will see if they can finish it off and get all the points on the road as we go back to Corner Sport Arena. Reynoso will roll it out. Kansas City Comets, they're in a danger zone right here, Dan.
Savage have that 20-8 total shots advantage in this contest. And after trailing 2-1 late in that first quarter, 4 unanswered goals to take that 5-2 advantage. Down inside 6:30 of the second period, but you look at the Savage, this is what they've been known to do. They might start a game slow. A team might have a great defensive scheme lined up. But at times, you can only hope to contain a team for so long, and the Savage is finally taking control of this game where it matters most up on that scoreboard.
Well, it's just the possession, Dan. I mean, the Savage have had the ball, it seems like, pretty much all night, and there's a shot and a block, and that was the story. Kansas City, very game defensively, blocked a ton of shots here this evening. But if you continue to concede the possession to the Savage, it's just a matter of time before they break you down, and they have done it. So we will take the media timeout. 6:06 remaining in the second quarter. The Savage with a 5-2 lead. This is the MASL, National Soccer Network.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Are you looking to play at the next level?
MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Back in Corner Sport Arena, ready to roll after the media timeout. Neil Rule, Dan Stickrat back here with you. Chihuahua Savage at bag 3, unanswered in the second quarter. A 2-1 deficit has turned to a 5-2 lead. That ball played all the way across. Battle for it along the boards, and some frustration there. Henry Ramirez turning around and squaring up for a second. Ramirez played his college soccer at UMKC in Kansas City. Played for AFC Ann Arbor back in 2020 in the MPSL. Ramirez played that one over the boards.
Had a chance to call some AFC Ann Arbor games last summer against the Flint City Bucks. That's the USL League 2.
That ball comes across the line. Reynoso had to come all the way out of the goal. The Savage able to backtrack and keep it out of the net. There's just been no possession for Kansas City. When's the last time Reynoso made a save? It's been a minute. A couple minutes.
Only 4 saves total in this game. 2 here in the early part of the second quarter. The possession has been over 90% in favor of the Chihuahua Savage. Just a great overall effort. Maintaining possession, maintaining control of this match. All while remaining patient. They were down 1-0 early. They were down 2-1 late in that first quarter before they leveled things up. Came out of the break on fire.
Reynoso eyes up, swings it into the corner, headed back towards the middle. Macias will play it back. Reynoso the toe poke. It's incredible, the composure of the possession in tight spaces in the Major Arena Soccer League, man. They're just so highly skilled. And Valle goes down.
You know, when you're a young youth growing up playing soccer, a lot of the things they want to teach you, they run drills about that 1, 2, 3 touch soccer. And you can really see that playing effect here in a game like this. You don't have a lot of time to hold on the ball. You have to make quick decisions. You have to be very, very cerebral about what's going on, being able to find that open space and use the boards.
Geometry comes into play so much, obviously. That is one of the beautiful things I love about this game. And there is a move, and there's a shot. It's knocked down, it's loose, and sent wide.
Twice that ball is just kind of sitting in the middle of the box, with the Comets able to clear that ball out of harm's way. They do not want to go down 4 goals here in the second quarter against a team that's entered the game with 184 goals on the season.
Reynoso will come off the line. Romero had a golden opportunity at the end. Reynoso rolls it out. Flores concedes some space. Can they build a counter? Here we go, stepping across. That shot off the right foot. And Dorados let it go. Reynoso made the save. Let's check back in with some double action presented by Granite City Brewery. They're getting ready to roll in Tacoma. Empire and Tacoma getting ready to get things going. Some West Coast action. And off that corner, that ball sent over top. Michael Lennis. Lennis spent some time with the Sporting Kansas City Academy.
Spent 4 seasons with Sporting Kansas City 2 in both USL Championship and MLS Next Pro. Reynoso fires it out to the right side. Put a little extra on that one. Ball chipped into the corner.
So much attention is on the Savages' offensive attack this season, but Diego Reynoso, top 10 in 3 goalkeeping categories so far this season. He does have 11 wins on the 2024-25 campaign. That's second overall in the MASL.
That cross in. That shot slotted into the right corner. And the onslaught continues. The Savage go up 6-2.
Ball comes, just kicks back up in the middle of the box. And Savage able to pounce on that rebound.
That ball slotted perfectly. And there is the finish. I believe Valet got it. Number 6. If that is the case. And nope, they will give it to Romero. So Romero gets the goal. Romero, goal number 17 on the season. He had a 4-goal outburst against St. Louis.
Savage continue to control that possession. Getting everyone involved in an attack. They're being patient, but they know when to strike. They have been the clearly dominant team in this match. Tied it up at 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Now they're up 4 goals. The only 2 goals they surrendered were both off set pieces in that first part of the first half.
That is true. Yep, Kansas City without a goal during the run of play. That ball redirected back towards Reynoso. Great spacing by Reynoso. He'll ping it into the corner. A little too much mustard on the hot dog, though. That one just over top of the glass.
Inside a minute 40 here at the end of the second quarter. Comets just trying to find a way to cool down the Savage before the break. As good as they were defensively as a team in that first quarter, things have kind of come a little bit unraveled here in the second period.
Savage have done a better job stretching out the defenders in the midfield. Even when the second they've gotten across midfield, a couple angular runs that they've made defenders commit. They've taken advantage. Boom, right there. That's a good example of it. That time the shot was blocked by Lennis. Just those lanes, the channels along the boards, the lanes in the middle. The ball knocked down here, Sosa trying to make a turn with it. Kansas City looking to try to get something going here. And they are turning up the press a little bit. Final minute.
Comets trying to force a turnover in the Savage's end.
That ball sent into the corner. Neto will make the grab.
It's kind of hard to make things happen when the ball is not on your feet throughout the course of a match. Savage have dominated the possession, dominated the play. They have controlled things from the opening kickoff. Even though they were down 1-0 and 2-1, in the run of open play, they have controlled this game for nearly 30 minutes.
Mijatovic plays it back. Holloman. Send it back in looking for Dirtle, but Reynoso comes over to scoop it up. Diego Reynoso, 14-2 record last year with a 3.31 goals against average. Reynoso leads the MASL in the wins category. And the final couple of seconds will tick off the clock, and we have reached halftime. And that was a second quarter Kansas City would like to forget. Chihuahua bags 4 unanswered in the second quarter to take a 6-2 lead to the halftime break. We will take a break as well. Chihuahua Savage with the 6-2 lead. We'll be back with more MASL coverage right here on the National Soccer Network.
High school. Oh, that's your alma mater. So we have.
En Farmacias Botica Central te cuidamos mejor.
La misma pasión que ponemos en cada entrenamiento, la ponemos en nuestro terreno de juego. Trabajamos duro y siempre presentamos la mejor estrategia. Somos los mejores en la cancha y los más profesionales. Búscanos. Ingeniería y diseño.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Whether you're a beginner coach or a seasoned professional, one thing remains the same: the passion to teach and inspire the next generation of players. Now imagine a place where you could share your coaching knowledge, connect with others, and create a lasting impact. Welcome to the ultimate coaching community, where coaches from all levels can create and share their own courses. Whether you have years of experience or you're just getting started, this is your chance to make your voice heard. Create your own personalized courses, share drills, strategies, and tips, and watch as your knowledge reaches coaches from all corners of the soccer world. With a platform designed for sharing, learning, and growing, you're not just teaching the game, you're creating a community of like-minded coaches, all striving to be the best they can be. Together, we'll elevate the game and support one another to be better, stronger coaches.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Sacker down by the end line. Puts us across. Lose your eye! And just like that, 1-1. Now Elders may look to take a shot. He does, and he buries it! Steps up, and just like that, Reed Dennis comes up big. Lose your eye, one-on-one. Lose your eye. Oh, he'll be taken down inside the box.
Knocked back in. Nationals got it. Bicycle kick for a goal!
Now Sacker. Sacker into the 18. Sacker shot. That goes off the goalkeeper's glove into the net. 2-1 here in the 32nd. This one played in. That's a good ball, and that one goes in. And just like that, the Nationals now have a 1-0 lead. Walensky puts his far post. One-touch opportunity. And what a great goal that was.
Joaquin Beatty of Ohio League.
Look at that shot from Sevy Roy. My goodness, Sevy Roy with a left-footed banger.
Welcome back to the National Soccer Network. Let's check in with what's going on in St. Louis. The San Diego Sockers, just over 4 seconds left. They will get the win and the points on the road, and that is obviously big as it relates to what's going on between Chihuahua and Kansas City. Let's go out to the West Coast. Empire Strikers with an early lead on the road in Tacoma. So they are just underway. The home side with some work to do. But here in the Chihuahua Savage match, Neil Rule, Dan Stickrat, back with you. And Dan, look, we talked in the opening about all the firepower offensively that the Chihuahua Savage have. You look at Jorge Rios, you look at Hugo Puentes. I mean, these are the best that there is in this league. But when the secondary scores and the Castanedas of the world put a goal and an assist on you and you're on the road, you're going to be in some trouble.
You look at the total shots in this game, 32-12 in favor of the Savage. Again, we looked at that early flow of the game, and the Comets did a great job blocking shots. Their goalkeepers were standing tall. But little by little, they weathered the storm. They tied it up 46 seconds before the end of the first quarter. In that second quarter, they kind of exploded. So, again, they're up 6-2, 32 total shots, and they have been a dominant team here tonight.
They absolutely have been. They have controlled all the possession here tonight as well. A couple of set-piece goals for the Comets. That's how they were able to get on the board. But, hey, this is a tall, tall challenge for Kansas City to overcome a 4-goal deficit in a spot where the Chihuahua Savage have not lost this season, a perfect 10-0. Can they do it? We will find out when we come back. The second half of action coming up next. Chihuahua Savage with a 6-2 lead over Kansas City. This is the MASL on the National Soccer Network.
Whether you're a beginner coach or a seasoned professional, one thing remains the same: the passion to teach and inspire the next generation of players. Now imagine a place where you could share your coaching knowledge, connect with others, and create a lasting impact. Welcome to the ultimate coaching community, where coaches from all levels can create and share their own courses. Whether you have years of experience or you're just getting started, this is your chance to make your voice heard. Create your own personalized courses, share drills, strategies, and tips, and watch as your knowledge reaches coaches from all corners of the soccer world. With a platform designed for sharing, learning, and growing, you're not just teaching the game, you're creating a community of like-minded coaches, all striving to be the best they can be. Together, we'll elevate the game and support one another to be better, stronger coaches.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
Looks great.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Getting ready to go for the second half of action. Chihuahua Savage with a 6-2 lead over the Kansas City Comets. Neil Rule, Dan Stickrat back here with you. And fans, remember, you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter or X, however you roll with the former Twitter platform. So again, follow the MASL on all your social media platforms. So teams continuing to get loose for the second half of action. And we know that it's a final in St. Louis. The San Diego Sockers got the win, so they will improve to 45 points. The Kansas City Comets, in the meantime, sitting on 41. The Savage with 46, but the Sockers have 2 matches in hand over the Chihuahua Savage. Tall order for the visitors to overcome this deficit.
They're trying to find a way to claw back down 4 goals here at the break, but they're trying to solve the Rubik's Cube about what it will take to come home with a victory in Chihuahua. No team has done that this season. The Savage 10-0-0 at home. Do not want to trail a team of this offensive caliber, this deep of a team, this side that has so many offensive weapons. You don't want to fall any farther into. You're already down 4 goals. You don't want to farther behind, trying to find a way to claw back.
Youngsters in the house. Good to see so many youngsters taking in the MASL action. Speaking of action, let's check in with what's going on in Tacoma. Empire Strikers got an early one. They've made it hold up so far. Continuing to lead that match 1-0. But the San Diego Sockers already picking up their 3 points. This becomes huge for the Kansas City Comets. Baltimore Blast in the 4th spot, actually tied for 4th with the Milwaukee Wave. And the Wave stopped the 7-match winning streak of the Kansas City Comets last time out. 13-3 win. And we are ready to go for the second half. Hugo Puentes will put it back in play. And remember, one of the MASL's leading goal scorers, Mr. Jorge Rios, 28 goals on the season. He has not scored here today, nor has Hugo Puentes.
Kind of a more balanced scoring effort so far for the Savage.
And that shot will go over top of the frame, so the Savage wasting little time, picking up where they left off. Change at the keeper spot. Philip Ejimadu will take over the reins. Native of Minneapolis, Minnesota, signed with LAFC in the MLS back in 2019. He's been all over the American soccer pyramid, played for the USA U20 national team, played in USL Championship, MLS Next Pro. Ejimadu got the win when the Comets beat Chihuahua Savage in Kansas City. Ejimadu in that game, just 2 goals against, made 19 saves, had an assist as well. Keepers require you, when they get assists, that they require you to mention those assists. They want the credit.
They don't come that often in
Yeah.
the sport of soccer, but every now and then it happens.
Restart.
A little bit more commonplace indoor soccer than outdoor soccer, but still, nevertheless, it doesn't happen in every game. It's sometimes you can play an entire season and never have a goalkeeper get in a single assist.
Reynoso made the stop, but a foul was called. That went against Mijatovic. Speaking of Empire Strikers, Mijatovic played for the Empire Strikers last year. 10 goals and 15 matches played. Has 4 goals, 2 assists on the season. That ball sent into the corners. Is our Ruiz giving chase. Volleyed out of the zone. And we have another stoppage. Lopez pleading his case to the official. Henry Ramirez pleading his case also.
We talked about the Savages. Hugo Puentes and Jorge Rios not scoring in this game, but you look up and down that top 10, that top 20 in a multitude of statistical categories, and their names are all over those lists. Whether it be power play goals, points per game, goals, assists, total points, they have been a quite effective duel for Chihuahua. But this is one of those games where they're just forcing other players to step up, and the Savage have that deep well of talent. They've been able to do so here tonight.
I believe the Comets put out a challenge here. The officials going to the replay booth. If that is the case, got to give Stefan Stokic some credit, just trying to find something right now to get his side going. And there you see Stefan Stokic in his second season, took the Comets to the Eastern Conference Championship last year as a player, won the 2014 MASL Championship with Kansas City. Played over 100 matches for the Comets during his playing days. So another review here tonight. 13:59 left in the third quarter. 6-2, the Savage have the lead. And they continue to look at the monitor. Reynoso trying to stay loose. Diego Reynoso, when he's been challenged tonight, he's been pretty solid. Conceding goals on set pieces, none through the run of play. Made a couple of tremendous saves where he went horizontal.
Both those goals came in the first 3 minutes, 51 seconds of this contest. The Savage settled down a little bit, and they've not conceded another goal.
And the result of the review is cards have been given, blue card and a yellow card. We'll get that all sorted out. See exactly what the story is.
Several long delays in this game. It kind of started out that way. Several fouls, several times in that first quarter where the referees kind of got together and discussed some things.
Jose Gilberto Lopez will get the 2 minutes for kicking. And the blue card. There will be a power play opportunity for Kansas City. So a good challenge by the Comets. And Dan, as I said, just give Stefan Stokic a lot of credit. Just looking to do something to get his team going. They will get the power play for 2 minutes.
Might be the opportunity for them to get back into this contest. Their offense has been very quiet here in the first 4 minutes of action.
Benji Madu was under some heavy pressure. It was an aggressive line for Chihuahua to take down a man. Flores who has a goal, a shootout goal here earlier. Huge opportunity for Kansas City. They need it. That ball played down into the corner. 2-minute power play for the blue card on Lopez. He also got a yellow card, so he will be in the box for 5 minutes. That cross sent in. Reynoso able to gather it. Sosa had the opportunity, and Reynoso drops a beautiful long ball.
There's an elbow up into the facial area.
Puentes didn't like that. And Macias will stand over it. So the Savage with a shorthanded opportunity, 51 seconds remaining on the penalty. Stepping up, that shot. The right foot attempt by Romero was blocked, but it goes back to Reynoso. A valuable time ticks off that blue card penalty. Reynoso sent it in off the boards. Tried to connect with Macias. Even with the power play advantage, the Comets struggling with possession. A beautiful defensive play. That was made by Romero. Romero gets it back on the cross, and that ball is across the line, I believe. No, it is not. Ejimadu recovered to make the stop.
Roger just gets a couple of fingers on the balls, that kind of spinning towards that goal line. Great individual effort to keep this a 4-goal game.
Ejimadu keeping his side in the match. That would have been a near disaster for Kansas City to concede shorthanded. Flores looking to go. And Reynoso let some clock run.
Also not asked to do much in this game, but when his number is called, he has been there to become a sure-handed goalkeeper.
And Rios made a run after the pass. Stepping through, that right-footed shot from Romero was blocked. Out of play. Both sides will make some substitutions.
Comets are conceding a ton of shots in this game, but they have done a good job throughout most of the first 2+ quarters of blocking a lot of shots.
36 shots for Chihuahua to 17 for Kansas City. Back heel touch, that shot blocked. Jorge Rios. He looks locked in now, doesn't he, Dan? Where maybe he was watching the broadcast on the bench. I don't know. We were talking about it. I said, Rios, has not struck for a goal, and Chihuahua still has the 6-2 lead. Jorge Rios, 28 goals, second in the league. That shot goes just wide of the post.
It's games like that when you know you have a talented team where your top 2 offensive players do not score in the first half of a game. You're up 6-2. You're just getting a lot of production out of other players up and down your roster. Depth is such a huge factor. I don't care what sport it is. Savage, they have been showing that depth all season long.
Hugo Puentes with an assist here tonight. Give him 19. He came into play second, MASL in the assist category. Puentes and Pereira having a chat. A lot of head nodding going on. That pass played short. Jorge Rios able to play it back to Reynoso.
No goals so far here in the third stanza. Chihuahua, again, has controlled a lot of the possession overall. Even when the Comets were on that power play, they attacked in the first minute and a half of that power play before the Comets started to put a little bit of pressure on the Savages' back line.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. MASLsoccer.com. That pass attempt knocked down. Running up the shot. Ejimadu makes the stop off the right foot of Carlos Hernandez. He wings it down the pitch. Reynoso makes the catch. That ball rolls through into the corner. Ejimadu out off the line. Had it between his legs. And the whistle will go against Chihuahua. And that is fortunate for Kansas City. Penalver was lurking. And that ball is slotted across. Penalver had an opportunity. That was blocked. Another shot attempt blocked. Boy, bad turnover by Kansas City.
Savage just holding a 5-4 shots advantage here in the third period. We haven't seen any goals. Goalkeeper change has turned out to be the right decision so far for the Kansas City Comets.
Romero tried to send it across. Boy, Macias was right there by himself, and Macias with a smile on his face. He knows he let one go.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity. Macias just misfired on that opportunity.
Corner coming up. Macias will line it up. Chips it across. Header towards the back post. Nobody on the other side, and there's a volley. Side volley attempt by Romero that he sent over top of the goal as he overcooks it. Castaneda. Macias. Ball sent in. Penalver sets one towards the frame. Ejimadu will make the grab. So we've got some fireworks going on, I guess, around the MASL. Our double action presented by Granite City Brewery. Empire with a 3-2 lead over Tacoma. That match was 1-0 throughout most of the first quarter. Offenses have come to life. Neil Rule, Dan Stickrat back here with you. Chihuahua Savage up 6-2. Corner Sport Arena. That ball fed through. Ejimadu comes off the line. Shields gets the possession. Well done. Ejimadu, that 6'2" frame that comes in handy for battles along the boards.
You can see his presence between the pipes. 6'2", close to 230 pounds. Big, strong physical presence. Since they made that goalkeeping change, the Savage unable to score here in the third period.
Sosa taken down. And he gets the whistle. Sosa will come off. Nathan Dirtle comes in. Restart from the corner, stepping up, right foot shot, loose in front and put in. A goal Kansas City desperately needed. Nathan Dirtle got it, his 4th of the year. Mijatovic able to feed it through.
As we take a look at the replay, Mijatovic labeled that one for the lower right corner, and Turtle actually stopped it from going in, and he took advantage to bag one. Kansas City had to have it, Dan. They got it.
Yeah, they finally stopped the bleeding. They were up 2-1 late in that first quarter, gave up 5 consecutive goals to the Savage over the course of the last minute of the first period and the entire second quarter. Finally able to cut into that deficit a little bit. Now they only trail by 3 goals inside 8 minutes here in the third quarter.
Jorge Rios was able to redirect that towards Ejimadu and to be sharp to get it. Nice little flick there by Cesar Ruiz. Layoff, Rios steps through. Rios gives it up, back to Rios, tried to drag it with the right foot shot. Couldn't get anything on it. Mijatovic. He gotten away with a handball. Game getting physical along the boards in front of the Comets bench. Escalante will clear it out.
Overall, that shot differential is really starting to widen, 43-18 in favor of the Chihuahua Savage, the midpoint of the third quarter. Still up by 3 goals. Just a quarter and a half away from adding home win number 11, unless the Comets can find a way to get back into this game.
So we have the media timeout, the under-7 media timeout. 6:51 left here in the third quarter. Kansas City Comets with some life. Chihuahua Savage asking some questions. Edgar Martinez talking to his side. And a little animated right now. And now it's time for an in-game break presented by Just Slabbed. Your best memories deserve to be more than just a photo. Your memories become legends. Just Slab. Scan the QR code on the screen. Custom-made cards, sports cards, a sports fan, sports player in your family. Once again, presented by Just Slabbed.
When I was a little kid, we used to cut up piece of paper and with crayons and markers, we used to draw our own like baseball cards, football cards, whatever the case was. We thought that was so cool. Now you can actually have professionally made cards, whatever sport that your young kids or even adults play at this stage of life. It's kind of a cool little thing. I wish that was around when I was a kid.
So Reynoso waiting for the possession, and here we go. Back in action to the media timeout. Reynoso toe pokes it over towards the bench. Penalver played that one down. Reynoso under some pressure, takes no chances. Actually able to link up with Hernandez. Now another opportunity perhaps for Kansas City. And they lose the possession. Penalver with some high pressure.
Kansas City can find a way to get another goal and claw back within 2 goals. They might have a chance.
Ejimadu almost got caught off his line.
You do not want to make a huge mistake and pay for it.
LA will lay it off. Romero, now the Savage going back to that possession-based attack. Penalver in the corner, giving up tremendous size. When DeBray Holloman, 6'2", but here come the Savage with it, and that left-footed shot goes wide. Taken away and put into the back of the net. Carlos Hernandez strikes back for the Savage. They're up 7-3.
That is not what the doctor ordered if you are the fans of the Kansas City Comets. They fought hard, tooth and nail, to claw back within 3 goals, not giving up anything in the first 8+ minutes of this third quarter, but there's Hernandez pumping his fist just outside the box. Find just a little bit of extra space to tuck it into that far post. Kind of open up that advantage to 4 goals.
Hernandez gets goal number 10. Just as the Comets were putting some things together, Savage stretch it back to a 4-goal difference. A little over 20 minutes left in this one. Ball played off the wall and cut out by Macias, and here's another opportunity. That shot fired wide by Lopez. Castaneda with some more pressure. He's got a goal and an assist. Pops it up into the corner. Crossed and bagged one more time. Lopez, it's 8-3 Savage.
A pair of goals. Less than a minute apart.
Brian Macias had 3 defenders. Lopez just made a run. Macias found him.
Late in the third quarter, the Savage had their largest lead of the game, 8-3, 4:50 left in the third stanza. Comets did such a great defensive effort as a team in that first quarter, but just have not been able to maintain that defensive presence on the field. The Savage kind of figured things out. They have dominated this contest on the scoreboard. They outshot the Comets by over +25. Now they're up comfortable 8-3 here late in the third quarter.
And Reynoso is down. 4:34 remaining.
45-18 is the official stats in terms of shot attempts in this game. Savage starting to find a little bit of distance between them and the Comets. They're starting to wear the visitors down.
Andaraos called for that foul.
Well, the Comets sat in third place heading into tonight's game, just 5 points behind the Savage and a point behind the San Diego Sockers, who won earlier tonight. They're going to be a type of a miracle effort here to get back into this game as we're down inside 4.5 minutes of the third quarter.
Kansas City Comets, who had won 7 in a row before falling to Milwaukee last week, in danger of dropping their second straight. And as you said, in terms of the chase for the Shield, this would be big, because then the Savage pick up more points and really increase that gap between Chihuahua and St. Louis.
And also, they kind of shoved that ball out of the box. He ran out of real estate. Didn't want to get whistled for a handball.
And that foul will be called against Puentes. Puentes goes off. Opportunity for Kansas City, and right out in front, Mijanovic sends it over top of the crossbar and out of play.
Time is starting to tick down. The Kansas City Comets, they only have 3:41 left here in the third quarter to try to find a way to get a goal back up on that scoreboard to cut back into that deficit. When you're in a game, you're down 5 goals late in the third quarter. You've been outshot 45-18. The mindset, it must be difficult to try to find a way to get back into a contest like this.
Edgar Martinez in his first season at the helm of the Chihuahua Savage, who have clinched a playoff spot already, as have the Kansas City Comets. San Diego Sockers as well. Baltimore Blast and the Milwaukee Wave will be next up to have an opportunity to try to do that.
Baltimore entered tonight in 4th place in the league with just a handful of points away from clinching a berth. Milwaukee Wave have played well in spurts as well.
Another player down, Diaz. Diaz having some words, Mijatovic. And now the emotions running very, very high. And our in-game break brought to you by Spectrum VoIP. That's right, tech essentials for the modern business. Mention this ad received new phone equipment in the first 2 months of service for free. That's right, 2 months free. Spectrum VoIP.
In a game of long delays, we are in another long delay. Temperatures were starting to heat up. A lot of contact throughout the course of this match.
So we will take a break while they sort everything out. 3:02 left in the third. Chihuahua Savage up 8-3. This is the Major Arena Soccer League on the National Soccer Network.
Sacker down by the end line. Puts us across. Loser eye! And just like that, 1-1. Now Elders may look to take a shot. He does, and he buries it! Steps up, and just like that, Reed Dennis comes up big. Loser eye, one-on-one. Loser eye, oh, he'll be taken down inside the box.
Knocked back in, Nationals got it. Bicycle kick for a goal!
Now Sacker. Sacker into the 18. Sacker shot. That goes off the goalkeeper's glove into the net. 2-1 here in the 32nd. This one played in. That's a good ball. That one goes in. And just like that, the Nationals now have a 1-0 lead. Walensky puts his far post. One-touch opportunity. And what a great goal that was.
Joaquin Beatty of Ohio League.
Look at that shot from Sevi Roy. My goodness, Sevi Roy with a left-footed banger.
Ready for the restart. As things were getting heated. And a blue card was actually issued to Eric Pereira for contact above the shoulders and elbow. So a power play for the Chihuahua Savage, and shorthanded opportunity will be sent up and wide on Mijatovic. And if you're wondering about power play performance, Jorge Rios, well, he leads the MASL in power play goals with 5. Also, Hugo Puentes tied for second with 3 power play goals.
When in doubt, if you're on the power play, go to your wonder combination of Hugo Puentes and Jorge Rios. 2 of the better offensive talents in this entire league in the 2024-25 campaign. Talked about it in the pregame. We talked about it earlier in this match. They may not have a ton of points amongst them tonight, but you look at the season and they are all over that leaders board.
And you may see a dose of them here. And here's a chance. Boy, Ejimadu made a great save against Lopez. That ball played over the wall. And now the Savage will substitute. That ball pinged into the corner. Romero came away with the possession. Rios with the touch. Now the Savage will go to work.
Savage doing what they do best, maintaining that control, that possession.
Just trying to create some angles, and they did. Here's Rodriguez, drops it off. That shot spinning along the line. Kept out. Boy, and this will be a blue card right away. Vandergriff with the takedown of Hugo Puentes. And the official wasted no time issuing that blue card.
No time whatsoever. He jogged right over there, threw the blue card up at the bench.
And Eric Pereira still with, I believe, over a minute to serve on his penalty as well. This will be a two-man advantage for the Chihuahua Savage.
Clearly some intent on that fall, a little bit of frustration on the Comets. They are already down 5 goals here late. Now they're
Rodriguez
down 2 men. This is not the situation they want to put themselves in. They want to mount a comeback.
Rodriguez at the top. Rodriguez again. Rios sends it down. Back to Rios. Toe poke. Rodriguez. He thought about the shot. Now he'll fire it. Stop made by Ejimadu. Ball's loose in the corner. Lopez tried to have it. And now Kansas City will get the whistle. Kansas City able to dodge a bullet there. Two-man advantage, some extended possession. Now Rios gives chase, and that ball taken away. Rios chips it across. Well defended. Now a counter opportunity perhaps before the Savage come back to relieve it. Here come the Savage on the power play. Still a two-man advantage. Now that moment over. Cross, the shot by Escalante. The first penalty is over. Now it's a one-man advantage for another 50 seconds. Stepping through, now taking it away is Puentes.
Again, so much talk about the offensive prowess of the Savage. You have to give the credit where credit is due to that defense as well, just giving up the 3 goals here. We're late in the third quarter. Only 1 goal in the run of play. The first 2 goals scored by the Comets came off set pieces.
Rios, a nice cross and a misfire with the left foot. This will be very impressive for the Kansas City Comets to be 2 men down for over a minute and not concede to this high-powered attack of the Savage. Ejimadu fired it to the middle. Nicely done by Flores. Played up over the boards. There's 2 seconds remaining. And what at one time was a 2-man advantage, and Kansas City did the job. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Here's Rios again. He's been short shifted, been out there a lot as the quarter expires. The Chihuahua Savage, after Kansas City was able to get back within 3. Chihuahua Savage bag 2. They're up 8-3. We'll have the 4th quarter when we come back to Fort Arena. This is the MASL.
Whether you're a beginner coach or a seasoned professional, one thing remains the same: the passion to teach and inspire the next generation of players. Now imagine a place where you could share your coaching knowledge, connect with others, and create a lasting impact. Welcome to the ultimate coaching community, where coaches from all levels can create and share their own courses. Whether you have years of experience or you're just getting started, this is your chance to make your voice heard. Create your own personalized courses, share drills, strategies, and tips, and watch as your knowledge reaches coaches from all corners of the soccer world. With a platform designed for sharing, learning, and growing, you're not just teaching the game, you're creating a community of like-minded coaches, all striving to be the best they can be. Together, we'll elevate the game and support one another to be better, stronger coaches.
Back inside Corner Sport Arena, Chihuahua Savage with the lead. They're up 8-3 over the Kansas City Comets. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but Neil Rule, Dan Stickrat back here with you. 8-3 the score. And Dan, the Chihuahua Savage here this evening, out shooting Kansas City 49-19, and I think that pretty much tells the story.
Tells the story. They started a little bit slow. The Comets did a great job in that first quarter, kind of slowing the Savage down. They took a 1-0 advantage. They were up 2-1. 46 seconds left in that first quarter. The Savage tied it at 2-2, and they have dominated this game since that point.
Absolutely, and it's been a very balanced offensive attack for the Chihuahua Savage, and they have done it really. Jorge Rios kept off the goal sheet. Hugo Puentes kept off the goal sheet, but they've still been able to put 8 into the back of the net, and they are looking to re-solidify their hold as they make their march for the regular season shield.
Inside the final month of the regular season.
Mijatovic will put it back in play.
A lot of fans here tonight at Corner Sport Arena. A lot of young kids running around, not necessarily in their seats, but you can see the activity beyond the boards.
That ball played off the wall. Castaneda.
You always hear the term success breeds success. Success also breeds ticket sales. And the Chihuahua Savage, two-time defending North American champions, looking to add a third straight this year.
Ejimadu way out of the goal. We'll send that one over top of the glass. Vale sends that one off the glass. So the restart coming up. Ejimadu will roll it back out. Ejimadu play that one out. That ball rolled out. Reynoso will come off the line. It's been Diego Reynoso the entire time. Hasn't been challenged a ton, but when he has, he's come up big. That ball will be put on the spot. And Flores will run up, lays it off. That shot off the top of the crossbar once again sent in just wide and flicked away. Here's a counter opportunity. Savage coming up. Castaneda, and that rolls to Ejimadu.
And fans, you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter or X.
Savage almost scored another goal off that deflection. They challenged that cross in the box. You know, I played outside marking back when I was a young kid in high school. Never cross the ball back in the goal crease if you're a defender. And that could have been a huge mistake for the Comets.
And that ball popped up towards the right boards. Reynoso off the line again will grab it. Inside 13 minutes remaining.
Savage 16-4-0 on the season, 46 points to lead the MSAL. They're in great position to tack on a few more points here tonight, kind of maintain their lead. For second place, San Diego Sockers, which also won today.
Turning, firing. Ejimadu makes a nice save. Had to go horizontal to get it. That came off the foot of Puentes. He was looking for his 22nd goal of the season. And speaking of the San Diego Sockers, Chihuahua Savage will host San Diego next Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. That ball sent up ahead. Holloman and his attempt sent back. Pereira chips it up ahead. Played out of the volley position by Lopez. Mijatovic sends that one up and wide. Mijatovic has had a couple of quality opportunities. We didn't say his name a lot in the first quarter, but as the game's gone on, he kind of settled in, got involved in the attack more. Just unable to pick the corners as often as he would like.
See a lot of the young kids in the background. Join the festivities. Your Corner Sport Arena. For some of these fans, they do not know what it's like to take a defeat here at Savage's home arena. Perfect on the 2024-25 campaign, 10-0. Less than 12 minutes away from going to 11-0 on the season at home.
Reynoso rolls it out to the left wing. Savage will retreat, and they're playing the clock right now as much as they're playing Kansas City.
The 4 losses this season for the Savage came at Kansas City, 5-2 defeat back at the end of January. But it is a riddle, it is an unsolved mystery for visiting teams to find a way this season to get back on a plane with a W in hand. Chihuahua, they just know how to defend their home turf.
Escalante plays that one along the left boards. The dominance in possession continues for the Savage. Anderaos had it for a second. That ball touched away. Ejimadu had to go down to the turf to scoop it up. Some high pressure from the Savage. Rodriguez coming in to ask some questions. Ejimadu will wing that one. Played along the boards, nearly given away. Savage stretching it out a little bit. Overlapping run. Nearly found its mark by Macias. That ball comes free. Rodriguez thought about the shot. Rodriguez the pass. Back heel attempt went across. Inside 10 minutes left.
Philip Ejimadu, goalkeeper for the Comets. We talked about that early in the broadcast. #1 in goals against average, #2 in save percentage. He did not start this game. He has only surrendered 2 of the 8 goals allowed by the Comets here tonight.
And there is a whistle and a stoppage. And fans, you can catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV, on YouTube, and CBS Sports
Galazzo Network. Alex Bastovansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from around the league to recap the weekend's game and discuss the league's hot topics. One of those topics, I'm sure, will Chihuahua ever lose a home match ever again?
You're starting to wonder where they play in their confines of Corner Sport Arena here in downtown Chihuahua, Mexico. They are electric. They are fun to watch. The way they possess the ball, they create opportunities. And they just kind of break you down mentally. They break you down by scoring. They break you down by just
possession.
having you chase that ball. Down to about 9 minutes left in this game, and unless the Comets find a way for a monumental comeback of the ages, they will get back on the plane here in a couple hours, kind of with the tail between their legs. It was a great defensive effort in that first quarter. They were blocking shot after shot, frustrating a little bit. But a team of this caliber, the Chihuahua Savage, you can only hope to contain them. You can't stop this team for 60 minutes. Just too much talent, too much balance, too much depth.
They're back-to-back MASL championships. Speak for themselves. And this environment, too, at Corner Sport Arena. And make no mistake, too, Kansas City has some of the best fans in the MASL as well. As a matter of fact, that matchup back on January 25th that the Comets won, there were over 5,000 in the building for that one.
Certain cities in this league draw extremely well. Sure doesn't hurt when you're one of the top 4 or 5 teams in this league.
Now an opportunity for the Savage. Ball laid off to Valet.
Starting to see the seats clear out a little bit here in Corner Sport Arena as we're inside the last 8 minutes.
That ball sent up towards the box. You can run after it as Dirtle. And Reynoso goes down from behind. Also upset. Let's see what's going on out on the West Coast. Empire Strikers as they start the second half with a 4-2 lead over the Tacoma Stars. Strikers trying to improve, get into that playoff position. 3 points back of the Baltimore Blast and the Milwaukee Wave. Tacoma Stars at this point just kind of playing for pride. They have 20 points on the season, sitting in 8th place. Of course, nothing's official yet, except for the Savage, the Sockers, and the Comets. It is official for them. They will be in the playoffs. That is a mathematical fact. Ball driven in, flicked on at Jimadu. Had to go down to make the save. Well, that was a crafty little creation and a good attempt by Castaneda, who's got a goal and an assist here today.
Jimadu coming out in the half, giving up just 2 goals. He has 7 saves in the second half for the Comets.
Mijatovic went down, didn't get the whistle. Stefan Stokic will throw the challenge flag with 6:08 remaining. And they will take another look at it. See if Mijatovic has a case. Or did he go down easily? The eye in the sky always tells the truth. And the officials will check out the replay monitor. And since the play right now is under review, why don't I tell you? If you disagree with a call tonight, you might just see it on MASL's most controversial show, Under Review, with Phil Levanko and MASL head referees as well. Catch it every Friday on YouTube.
Of course, everybody chasing, trying to get their spot in the MASL playoffs, the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. And it's never too early to start thinking playoffs. Join 8 of our teams in sunny San Diego as they square off in the MASL Ron Newman Cup playoffs April 5th through the 7th. Playoff ticket deposits are now being accepted. Visit sdsoccers.com for more information. We will have a blue card issued, it looks like.
The regular season is near, less than 1 month to go. Playoffs just around the corner.
And so we will have a shootout, I believe. So timeout is taken. Lucas Sosa looks like will have the shootout when we come back. 8-3, Chihuahua has a lead. We'll be back with more. This is the MASL and the National Soccer Network.
Whether you're a beginner coach or a seasoned professional, one thing remains the same: the passion to teach and inspire the next generation of players. Now imagine a place where you could share your coaching knowledge, connect with others, and create a lasting impact. Welcome to the ultimate coaching community, where coaches from all levels can create and share their own courses. Whether you have years of experience or you're just getting started, this is your chance to make your voice heard. Create your own personalized courses, share drills, strategies, and tips, and watch as your knowledge reaches coaches from all corners of the soccer world. With a platform designed for sharing, learning, and growing, you're not just teaching the game, you're creating a community of
Final 6:08. We will have a shootout here. Reynoso will square up against Lucas Sosa. Sosa makes his run, and Sosa finds the back of the net to make it 8-4. So Sosa gets his second of the evening.
Both of those off shootout penalties.
Yep.
3 of the 4 goals coming off set pieces for the Comets, but this goal may be a little bit too late. Still down 4 goals, 8-4 with 6:08 left in this game. Will it be enough time for a monumental comeback?
Ben Oliver with the restart. And away we go. Ball slotted up ahead. Macias has it, takes it to the corner. Spins back. Here's Rios. Chipped into the corner. Macias tries to track it down. Macias passes it to himself off the boards. That was pretty nice. Rios slots it, makes a run. Rios! Oh, what a finish from Jorge Rios. Goal number 29. That was high level.
High level, high pace. That was top shelf, upper 90. That was the answer. We just saw the Comets score a goal off a penalty kick. The Savage come right back down the field and widen that gap back up to 9-4.
What do you say about that finish,
that
man?
Was
that was
a brilliant strike. Give credit where credit is due.
Jorge Rios, the MASL Finals MVP back in 2023. Had 4 goals, 2 assists against the Dallas Sidekicks earlier this season. 9-4 the score, and that will pretty much put the cakes on the griddle here.
watching that first quarter and the Comets were up 2-1, you had to ask yourself the question, when will it happen? When will those goals start coming in bunches for the Chihuahua Savage? The answer to that question was in the second quarter. A little bit quiet. First part of that third quarter, they were able to score 2 late ones. Now here early, part of the fourth quarter, they just tucked in their 9th goal. So they are just minutes away from adding 3 more points up on the board.
Flores let that one go wide. Nicely headed back to Reynoso. Chihuahua Savage looking primed to defend their back-to-back MASL championships.
It's the turf. It's got to be the great turf at home. There's no other explanation. They just are dominant in the confines of Corner Sporting Arena here in downtown Chihuahua, Mexico. Minutes away from going 11-0-0 at home.
Romero. Ruiz. A lot of contact, no whistle. Officials say play on. Flores will touch it off the wall. Mijatovic came back to get it. Savage wanted a handball, didn't get the call. And we get you our double action presented by Granite City, and the Tacoma Stars level the match. They bag a couple in the third quarter. They draw level with the Empire Strikers. And that shot slotted up ahead. Ejimadu makes the save. Castaneda had it in the corner.
Three minutes left in this contest.
Now an opportunity for the Savage again. That ball played off the boards. It's loose in the corner. Ejimadu made a stop.
Save number 9 for Ejimadu. Again, he's only played here in the second half.
Shots are 54-22 in favor of the Savage.
I guess the fitting response to that is just wow. It just shows you how dominant they are in the confines of their own home. They are relentless. They attack. They possess. They have balance. They have depth. All the right pieces.
That ball played up towards Ejimadu. Under 2.5 minutes left.
Win number 17 on the season for Chihuahua.
Back heel. Here's another opportunity, stepping up, and that shot slotted just wide by Castaneda. He made a bid for a brace, and Ejimadu will scoop it up.
2 minutes remaining. Savage can just possess the ball and kind of run down this clock to wrap up win number 17.
Ejimadu comes off the line again, blasts it off the boards. Now just will touch it out towards midfield. Jose Gilberto Lopez, a couple of goals for the Chihuahua Savage. Macias with a goal and 2 assists. Cesar Ruiz with 2 assists. Castaneda a goal and an assist. Fuentes has an assist as well. Jorge Rios, a goal and an assist. Very balanced scoring attack for the Savage.
That 5-0 run over stretches of the end of the first quarter and into the second quarter. The Savage turned a 2-1 deficit into a 6-2 advantage. The Comets could never get any closer than 3 goals after that point of the match. At one time trailed 6-3 in the third stanza. Just could not find enough offense to get back into this game. We're inside a minute left here in the fourth quarter.
Reynoso calls a timeout. Final 53 seconds. Not sure if this was a substitution timeout or exactly what they wanted to do.
You're up 9-4 with a minute left. You don't want to have any injuries. Pull your top two lines off the field and some of your bench players run out the final minute.
Edgar Martinez is a passionate coach, man.
You're up 9-4 with 53 seconds left, and you're calling timeout, and you are being very vocal with your players.
Well, there's a standard, right? For Chihuahua Savage, there's back-to-back MASL champions, and just like there's a standard for the Kansas City Comets as well. They're the defending Eastern Conference champions. So
there is a standard. There is a culture that has been created. The players change every year. A couple guys leave, a couple new players come in, but there's an understanding that your team will compete for championships in the regular season. Your team will compete for championships in the postseason. They have been the most dominant team in the league this year. Really, the last 3 seasons, they have clearly been the best of the best.
Anderaros played that one off the boards. Now it's chipped up ahead. 37 seconds remaining. And a foul will be called.
A little bit of a dangerous play. The Comets should get a set piece here just outside the box to kind of wind down the final 35 seconds.
Reynoso, with that 452 goals against average, he wants to cut into that here. So this is big, and there will be a challenge flag thrown. 33 seconds left. So the ball placed outside the line, and we will have one final review. And do you disagree with the call tonight? You might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review with Phil Lavanco and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube.
This has been a game of multitude of fouls, a multitude of long reviews of cards.
And so the Kansas City Comets will host the San Diego Sockers on Sunday at 5:05. So a quick turnaround for them. They will, I would imagine, come home tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a travel day, I would guess, for the Kansas City Comets. And then on Sunday, huge matchup with San Diego. And an update in Tacoma, they have taken the lead.
They were down at 1 point, 1-0 and 4-2 here in the third quarter. Tacoma, 3 straight goals here. Later stages of that third quarter.
Oh,
take the
boy.
advantage. What a strike.
Boy, Cisse, can't believe it.
One hop volley, kind of under the armpit of the goalkeeper for the Empire Strikers.
And I believe the call was upheld, so this will be a free kick. Well, maybe it won't be. Reynoso rolled it out. And the call was overturned. So the ball will go back to the Chihuahua Savage.
They should just find a way to run out those final 32 ticks up on the scoreboard.
So the match finally back underway. Ball pinged into the corner. Rios could score from anywhere.
He's looking for number 30. It's Jorge Rios after getting one here in the fourth quarter. Jamadu rolls it across.
Rios has been a mainstay in that top 10 scoring column, kind of in the chase for the Golden Boot in the MASL for 2024-25.
And the clock running down. We'll get a whistle. And Mijatovic mixing it up. And the officials will direct Mijatovic to his bench.
Tempers are flying. This game is essentially over.
And the Empire Strikers, boy, in Tacoma.
Empire strikes back, huh?
it's going back and forth. Boy, what a chip off the boards. With a side volley and then the half volley on the finish. How about this sequence?
Rebound comes right to about the 3-yard marker, and teammate there is able to cash in the paycheck. 2 seconds left in this game.
And the restart will take care of the final 2 ticks. And the final whistle sounds, and the Chihuahua Savage with a very convincing 9-4 win over the Kansas City Comets. And Dan, 54-22, the shots edge, and a justified result here in Chihuahua.
Absolute great offensive display for a team that was down 2-1 late in the first half. You look at the numbers on the scoreboard, the stat sheet, and you wonder if there could have been more goals scored in this game. 9-4 decision in favor of Chihuahua.
Well, that will wrap up our coverage this evening of the MASL. For our entire broadcast crew, my broadcast partner, Dan Stickrat, our producer, Jonathan Turner, our guy Fish, Marcello Rule, Cristiano Rule. My name is Neil Rule, reminding you one final time, the Chihuahua Savage get the win 9-4 over the Kansas City Comets. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great weekend. Well, see you later.